Okay, people. Going live today. Hopefully, Instagram will be granting me the opportunity to speak to Four Eyes today. For those who don't know, Four Eyes is a dope MC rapper. There he goes. And he's on time. Well, we're all on time. Let's hope IG lets us be great on here. Let me see. Can you send me a request, Four Eyes? Oh, wait, hold on. I can do it. There you go. What's up? What's up? Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. There you go.
What down?
What's good?
God is good than a mofo. Just socially distancing myself in the studio apart from all these other whack ass MCs and rappers. Making good music. God is good. How you doing, Pay?
I am good. Also socially distancing myself from all of that. And
Right.
Only tuning into the greatness online. And I'm just very happy to have you in the talk. First of all, I want to congratulate you with the classic album of the century, I'm going to say. And,
damn the century shouted the century. I would take the year, but you're gonna give me the century.
I'm gonna give you the century because first of all, for me, it's already a classic album of the decade. I'm gonna have to brag here to the people that are tuned in because I actually was in the studio with Four Eyes when some of these songs were coming about, and that's
you were.
More than 10 years ago. So that was Atlanta.
You was there when Ultra Beast was created.
Yes.
You was there the summer of 09.
That was the summer of 09, yeah.
Right when Michael Jackson passed. You were there for the creation of Ultra Beast. So it is a pleasure to be able to...
when the news came in, and that will forever be a memorable, sad but memorable time in my life. And I was with Four Eyes, so you and me go pretty much way back in these times, and I'm just absolutely happy that finally all this good stuff from you is coming out because the people that have known you for a while and that still feel like you're one of the most underrated MCs, we are ecstatic. We are happy that we now finally get blessed with your music.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What up, New Face? Oh, the album just been out a couple of weeks, so everything's still early. We're getting a lot of good praise for just the quality of music, and it just feels good to know folks like good hip hop still, and at the same time, it's nice to be appreciated for just my expression, my contribution to the music game. It's God is good, so just want to be the best expression of the universe I could possibly be.
So having worked on this music for so long, most people want to put out their music instantly. Once they made something in the studio, they're like, oh, I got to put it out. So you've been sitting on all these gems for a long time, and then just as you're about to drop this shit happens in the world. I know you're a very positive person by nature, but tell us, how is it for you to finally be able to drop your own music and then be in the midst of this world crisis?
Oh, well, I looked at it like if it was finna be the end of the world, the last thing I had to do, or the first thing I had to do was put the album out, if nothing else. So that was one of the mindsets going into it. But then realistically, me and Senior Chaos, we did an Ultra Beast album called Rush the Court, and it's dedicated to, basketball being the premier sport for the hip hop community. Like it's the flagship sport. So it was hard to put out an album inspired by basketball when basketball had just shut down. Like literally they just stopped the NBA, they stopped the college, the March Madness, just everything. The Final Four was gonna be in Atlanta this year. So a lot of things were centered around the basketball inspired project. And once that kind of went down, I did have my project in the can because we were just waiting and it was
Yeah.
like, you know what, just bring it out, just
Just put
run
it
it.
out. Yeah.
And it ends up working to my benefit, I believe, because it's a lot more people sitting stationary, and it allows them the time to really digest
Yes.
the music and listen to it. It's a good, it's a story of my life, give or take, in music form. So it's nice to be able to sit down in your own environment and really enjoy it the way it's supposed to be.
That is true. I definitely agree with that. People have more time to check out new music, to search for music instead of just accidentally hearing it somewhere or on Spotify or somebody's car.
Yeah.
So I do believe that it is a good time to put out music, especially because music makes, makes the world a better place.
Hmm.
But the shows, like, me being in management, shows is a big part, well, if not the biggest part of the income of the artist. How do you feel about not being able to do shows when you have a new album out or several projects out?
Honestly, I love it. It's like one of the best things ever. Like, if you strip away all the bullshit and just put it strictly to music and talent, like, it's not, you know, I don't have to go get shaven because ain't no barbers doing nothing right now. I don't gotta go, get the latest fashion because it's not really a priority in the realm of existence. So even doing shows, um, I'm gonna miss it in a minute, but right now I'm not tripping. I like just
Right.
being able to interact in this way. Just a lot of more intimate settings. I'm a real I like intimate stuff.
Right.
But at the same time, once everybody comes out the woodwork, everybody's gonna be looking for the next best place to be. What's the events that's super popping? Everybody's gonna want to be a part of an experience because everybody gonna have that cabin fever.
Right.
So shows is gonna be real important to do, but I'm not tripping right now. It's all like it's just extra cocoon time. If you told
Right.
a butterfly he was gonna have extra cocoon time to get the colors and the spots on his wings like super perfect, like he'd be like, you know what? Let's let that ride.
Yeah, that's
So I'm just
definitely true. So do you have something prepared, or are you preparing something for when, all this opens up again and people are willing and waiting on you to put on a good show? Do you have something that you feel like, okay, maybe I should prepare this just in case, or are you just gonna wing it because you do a good job regardless?
Oh, thank you. No, it's all about having a good catalog. If the catalog is up to snuff, if your weaponry, if your arsenal is packed real good, then when you go to war, you got just more in your toolbox. You just got more in your bag to pull
Right.
from. So, um, we already got the Ultra Beast United album that we dropped end of last year. We just
Yeah.
put out my album. We still got the Rush the Core album that we're gonna drop. Chaos and Your Chaos still got
Yeah.
his album coming. We got another Ultra Beast album. My brother number two got an album. And then it's various collaborations with certain producers, with other artists and MCs that's in the works. So the goal is to drop music consistently, almost to the point where we're credited for being able to put out sound product, not
Right.
just one song or something here or there, but like we put out product. We put out if like events, like to be producers of everything from the rooter to the tutor.
Right.
I take that very important.
So when everything is actually said and done, well, actually, if it still takes, let's say, 5 years, then you guys are just going to keep putting out stuff. You guys are going to keep putting out stuff for the next 5 years until the government says you can go out and play again.
Right. We
It's
got
going to
Mike. We
keep
got Mike
getting
Street's album coming in June. We got anybody album coming. If you fuck with us, we fuck with you.
right.
If you champion hip hop, it's about really associating and tying ourselves to the soulful sound, the movement that is the traditional in the realm of hip hop, because
Yeah.
it's so many facets or genres of it. But we boom bap cats. So to be able to create a platform that really honors that, have
Yeah.
good motivationally, spiritually uplifting music that folks could turn to in times like these, that's where it's at.
Yeah. I agree. I do expect a whole Ultra Beast tour when all this shit is out.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have a wonderful family, Jules, sack of nuts that we ready to pull out and display in front of the world. Like we deep in these streets. It's
Yeah,
just a matter of, the streets being uncontaminated. So
this is true.
we
And then also the streets reach further than Atlanta or the United States. So I do believe that there is nothing like Ultra Beast on this side, if I may be so bold for whoever is tuned
yo
in from Europe. Yeah,
yo
there is
no
no such thing. So I think if Ultra Beast comes out here, it's going to be ruckus. And
well we
yeah,
definitely looking to
that's
come
what
over
we
there and
need.
find the beast. I know y'all got beasts over there. We just got to find them, but we gonna come over there
Oh
and we
no,
gonna pull them out.
I can throw you some. I already know, but they're in their own little corner. They're not part of an Ultra Beast United type situation. So
Gotcha.
so
Okay.
if they want to be part of Ultra Beast, I mean shit, I can be the A&R, and I know what they need to have.
Hey man,
But I
life
can
is a
definitely
life.
connect you once you come out here. That'll be, yeah. I mean shit, we can connect on the internet anyway. I'll shoot you some stuff, because if we're all working, we might as well work international as well.
We gonna need them shows, Pay. We gonna need them
Yeah,
shows.
and
You got any more of them overseas shows? We gonna need them shows, Pay.
I know I've been waiting on you to come here for like over 10 years, so I ain't lying. But
Yeah,
yeah, so one of the things that I know about you, that everybody knows about you, is your impeccable freestyle. Um,
I'm
you're like
God.
you're
God
like
is
the
good with the
best.
pen. That's all. God is good to the pen. God
And
is
you have
good
to
to the pen.
understand, for a person like me who is not an English native, my native language is Dutch. So when Dutch people listen to music, at least me, we first hear the melodies, the harmonies, the beat, and we're all happy. And then after maybe 3 or 4 times, we start listening to what's actually being rapped or sung, or the lyrics. And what I always
Right.
loved about you from the moment that I first heard you is I can understand everything you're saying, everything. And as a non-English person, that is such a refreshing thing. I may not get all the, metaphors and all the slang. I mean, I think I'm pretty up to par, but it's good to know what you're saying. Like every Friday when you drop something, I know everything you're saying. I can understand it without having to go back and listen again. The only time I do that is when it was so dope. I got to hear it again. So
Thank you.
to me,
I went
that's
to a
that's
good
my part.
school. I went to a good school, and when you grow up in good households, good neighborhoods, go to good schools, part of good institutions, speaking well is a part of, your presentation, and then how you represent other people is also a part of that. So it was important to speak well. So to translate that into my lyricism, it was just like, hey, like, it was easy for me, but it's nice that it helps me stand out, or even makes it so that my rhymes or verses is more digestible.
Right. Especially international. I mean, I'm sure people in America will understand it easier than the rest of us in the world, but it's one of the things that I always liked about Eminem as well. Like he articulates and he pronounces everything so clear that he was probably one of the only people that I could instantly understand, and you. But for you to say that you went to good schools and making that a thing, that was a conscious decision for you to rhyme like that or to freestyle like that.
No, I really think I rap the way I talk,
Right.
and I'm real,
You do.
I'm real articulate and stuff. I enunciate, I pronounce
Yes.
stuff. So it's just a matter of, and then whatever certain dialect inflections on the tone, being from the west side of Chicago, I'm partially nasal. So it all just comes out in the wash, but I don't like not being understood. So I actually go out of my way to ensure that I'm understood to a
Right.
degree. I don't necessarily explain myself to everyone, but if you know me, then you're supposed to understand.
Yeah.
Virgos always think people can read our minds, so we get mad at people when they don't read our mind. So
It
I always want to make sure I'm understood.
it reminds me of this one time that you took me to Waffle House. I don't know if you remember that. We went to Waffle House, and this
Barely.
lady kept telling me something, and I had no idea what she was saying, and I had to ask her 3 times, and then I had to look at you like, what is she saying? I couldn't understand how much it was or whatever she was saying, because she had such a thick, I guess, Southern slang, Atlanta accent or whatever. You had to translate it for me. It was terrible, because people look at me and they think I'm American, and they have no idea that I'm actually not understanding it, because my English is so well, but I don't understand it. So I will never forget that time.
I have moments as well when people pronounce things in ways that I don't expect. But for the most part, it's like, what are you saying? What is the word that you're saying? But you being, coming from Amsterdam, being Dutch, yeah, you was experiencing it with everybody in Atlanta, because they're real, they real lax when they talk. They just, you know what I'm saying? You're going over there, teach y'all. What?
It was terrible.
She was asking you if you want some tea, Paige. Do you want some tea? Like, oh, tea.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to ask like 3 times. But for me, is one of the most memorable trips I ever made. I remember it was my birthday, and 4 Eyes took me to Magic City for my birthday because I wanted to see it. And he had the DJ shout me out, which was great.
Of course, how you gonna go to Magic City and not get a shout out?
I know, you got me a shout out every club we went to that night. Like every DJ was like, "Yo, homegirl Paige Ramsden's here, give her a shout out," and I was just like, "What?" Yeah, that was pretty dope. I still can't do what those strippers did though. Like, I'm too old now. But
no, I mean, it's okay. You don't have to. Just enjoy.
It was amazing though. Like, I do remember that lady I wanted a lap dance from disappeared. So I'm still forever sour about that.
I mean, you gotta grab them when you see them.
I know.
As in life, you can't wait.
It was new for me. Going back to the freestyles. When was actually a realization for you that this is something that you were good at and that you wanted to do?
Shit.
How old were you? Were you in Chicago or?
I said shit. No, yeah, I was definitely in Chicago. I didn't, when I was in high school, I didn't know what I was going to be. I didn't know what I was going to do growing up. I had no idea what my life was going to be about. I just knew if I was going to be anything, it was going to be like Michael Jackson or Eddie Murphy. Those were the only 2 things that I knew I was going to probably do. Yep, that's the best part. Yeah. But, rhyming, shout out to my mama on here with my brother number 2. If mama didn't bring home Crush Groove and Beat Street and Breaking and The Disorderlies and Tougher Than Leather, like, they brought the VHS movies into the house for me to, just experience as much. I mean, anything that they thought that I would like or that I could benefit from, they gave it to me or presented it for me. And it was music. It was hip hop. I was breakdancing for my 4th grade talent show. Like, it took an instant impact on my life. Hip hop meant a lot. So we started off, Chicago house music, dancing. That was the thing. And then as I grew up and matured, then it was more of a mind. I wanted to express myself, my thoughts, my feelings. So then that's when, poems and creative writing stories turned into verses. But I just knew I was always silly, so I just put that silly shit into my raps. I was like a class clown, virtually, give or take, and I just always incorporated that element into my rhymes. Anything I thought was funny, any story that a story is, if I don't make up the story, in which most stories aren't made up, they're passed on. So to be a storyteller is the art of being able to find a good story and know to learn it and tell it. Yeah. And same thing with being a comedian. Yes. You didn't make up the joke. You just told a good joke. I didn't make up the mama joke. I just know a bunch of good mama jokes. I heard them enough to add them to the Rolodex and be able to pull them out and be, hey, man, Tony funny. Well, I was Roach back in the day. Roach funny, man. Look at Roach, man. He funny. Man, I was Roach. I was Steve Urkel. I was a bunch of shit before I was Snoop Dogg. But at the end of the day, your peers will let you know
Right.
because I was also shy and bashful. But your peers, you know, people will let you know, hey man, you need to do that. Hey man, that was good. Hey man, do that again. So I knew about high school, early '90s.
So, so who are some of the peers that really gave you that confidence, I guess?
Well, shit, I started rapping with Ludacris. That's always gonna be
Right.
my my story, and I'm sticking to it. Like I didn't start rapping with nobody else that
Right.
wasn't that nigga. So when I tell a story, that's what it is. And then we started a group, but you know, it was all just, you know, I don't want to say pop bubblegum, but you know, ABC, uh crisscross, you know, boy groups, you know, it was like you had to have a gimmick or a certain pop appeal or crossover appeal. So but we rap to us like hip hop, it was all, you know, Leaders of the New School, Tribe Called Quest, Black
Right.
Sheep, goddamn Naughty by Nature, just everything from that time period. That's what we was on. And then it was the New Jack Swing era, so then
Oh
you throw
yeah,
like Bill
Music
Bill
Swing. Yep.
DeVoe and like all the Teddy Riley and you know Guy and just all that good shit up in there too. But it was still just oof. Yeah, just really knowing once I got to the point where I was actually not shy enough because I sucked in the beginning. That's basically what I'm getting at. I was real bad because I got laughed at. Like
Right.
when we sitting around, and all right, man, what you got? All right, what you got? When they laughed at my rap, not because it was funny, nigga, because it was bad, and that shit hurt. And I remembered it. So it always made me, you know, kind of draw back, but then reach deeper to be better
You're
because I
right.
wanted. So, um, you know, anytime you was incorporating elements that people knew, I'm referencing. It's all about the references.
Right.
I'm referencing a
Relatability. Yeah.
movie. I'm referencing a cartoon. I'm referencing a toy. As long as the reference is there, but then this is also in the DOS effects era,
Right.
in the Red Man era, you know, when just like DOS effects reference shit that didn't have no point to be referenced. They just was referencing. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that shit's fucking dope.
Yeah.
And that
That's true.
style always stuck out. And then, you know, when Common drops, Can I Borrow a Dollar?
Yeah.
Common is Common's all over the place, but the references is hot. The references are so dope, and that's how we were. Like basically a good freestyle verse or rap. It ain't about nothing in particular. It's just about your references. What are you
Well, you
referring
do
to?
that
What
very
you
well.
comparing yourself to? Yeah. What do you do this like? What do you do this is? I do this more than them. I got as much this as this, and that's what always made a rap dope to me. It's like, cause that's the part you say back to somebody. It's
Right.
like, yeah, man, you heard dude. He said, goddamn, he had more goddamn
Yeah.
steak than
Exactly.
goddamn Muanoink, you know, whatever. It just as long as the reference was there, it's what would draw people back. So I always would incorporate references. It didn't matter what it was, and then that's what made, you know, having knowledge or being knowledgeable. The more shit that I could reference, it made it so that nothing was the same. I don't even like speaking in a sentence and using the same word, let alone rapping and using the same
Right.
metaphor or the same simile. So then it's always I always was looking to make sure that it was different. It had to be different. It had to be, damn, I just used that. I can't use that again. I already said that word in this rap. I can't say that again. Unless it was nigga. I could say like nigga or bitch or something like that. Like I wouldn't necessarily, but like I couldn't say like calculator. I couldn't say calculator again for the whole rap.
Right. Right.
I can say nigga and bitch like several times.
So, but
Mother
how do you do that now? Like, cause you drop verses all the time. Are you doing that by nature now? Is it like something that you've learned to just do automatically, or are you still conscious about what you say or how you write?
Oh, I'm very conscious. I feel like it's power in words. It's in the spoken word, power in the tongue. So you don't want to give life to the wrong shit. You know,
Yeah,
put
that's
the right
true.
energy behind. You know, you always see somebody in a magic movie doing a spell, and they'll fuck up one word, and that one word makes the spell not work. Or
Right.
you conjure up the wrong shit
The
because you
bad,
used
yeah, the bad
the
spell.
wrong
Yep.
word. So I always feel it's important to use the right combination of words if you're really gonna manifest what you desire, what you're talking about.
Right.
So even with the raps, I make sure, um, especially once I learn the power of I am, like I am nothing negative no more. And I used to do it in my raps a lot. But now I can't consciously write a rap where I say I am and I'm putting some negative shit behind it. So
That's good.
I'm overly conscious, but then not just for myself. I think about other people. I'll be like, all right, if I say this,
How's it
what's the
gonna?
effect it's
Yeah.
potentially gonna have? Like, damn, I don't want motherfuckers to really let me say it so playful enough that they don't take me serious. I don't want them to think that, I really, you know, fuck animals.
That shit had me tripping though the first time
Yes,
with
it's on
Unto People.
Spotify.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm just trying to slightly acknowledge people as I'm reading comments
I
and then
know,
answering
right? I
questions. I'm
see a
reading
whole bunch of
comments and answering
people.
questions.
Thanks for tuning in. I saw my girl Karen. She wanted to hear a little freestyle. I wasn't gonna put you on the spot about that. Um,
I appreciate that.
yeah. So
We
Karen,
could,
if
we
you want
could,
to hear the freestyles, check his Friday verse a day things, because that's you're gonna be blown away.
I
Um,
did
yeah.
another one today. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
Um,
then,
yeah.
and then where the foreplay at? You just want me to take my drawers off? I'm like, yo, could you rub my chest? Goddamn, could you suck my nipple? Like, where's the intimacy here? Everybody just wants you to get right down to the fucking nowadays. You can't.
Well, if you see Karen, you gonna skip the foreplay because she fine as hell.
I mean,
No,
well, that
I'm
means
kidding.
I mean,
Well, no, I'm not
that's
kidding. She is fine, but she is fine though. And she can actually sing. So maybe if you ever need a singer, I just found out about her voice
oh,
today, and I'm just mad at her for not telling me. But
oh, me
thanks for
too.
tuning in, Karen, and thanks for everybody else tuning in. I was gonna ask you a question. If look at your brother hollering.
I just say, yeah, my brother in here, my mom in here, number two shooting
Everybody's
his
in
shot,
here.
and they
Um,
say, hey,
you know,
Karen.
our dads are now chilling. I already know. I was telling
Right.
your brother that because, man, this funny story. His dad once sent me a pair of shoes because
Yeah, that's
I
so
don't know why.
stupid.
He wanted to send me shoes.
I know why. I know why.
Well, I guess it's the
Now,
Hayes men.
my, my dad
But
is is a romantic at heart, unless my mom chime in and say something different. But I'm pretty sure that's where I get it from.
well, yeah,
So
he was.
yeah,
I really appreciated him. He was a great person to me. He
he's
was a good listener. Um, anyway, so let's
good.
get back to the music. This is what you do. You have no other side gigs. This is just what you're going to do the rest of your life. Um, with
Yeah.
this pandemic, we already know that you said you're just going to keep putting out product. How do you stay creative? What is your creative process, and how do you do up inspiration to keep writing so much?
Oh, that's so stupid. We on well, recently we on Kobe time.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag Kobe time. Like I'm put it all on the court because don't nobody never know. You know they always say it, but like nigga, if God took Kobe, nigga, that mean everybody going.
Yeah.
Anybody can go. Cause I
That was a
mean,
check for everyone. Yep.
I'm just like, ain't nobody perfect. Everybody makes their mistakes, but you make one, two mistakes in your life, and Kobe was, in my eyes, one of them people to where it's like, all right, you make one or two. A lot of people make 30, 40
Right.
mistakes, and when you see how like valuable, precious, vulnerable life is, like just take advantage of the benefits of it. How strong, how determined, how capable life is and just put them into action. That's just been my recent mind state. But
Right.
all along, the universe been grooming me just to be this way. Like all I can say is I'm Tony Hayes III. I'm the son of my daddy, Tony Hayes Jr. and Claudine, and I'm a culmination of all my experiences. So I always am gonna, if you're a good person, you're gonna be good as a lawyer. You're gonna be good as a plumber. You're gonna be good as a cab driver. You're gonna be good as an MC or artist. So that's really the best way I've come to sum up just everything and make it make sense. So
Yeah.
everybody got the greatness in them. It's just how they hone in and choose to express it.
Yeah. I agree. It's
Number two would like to know, what is Karen's IG?
it is K. Cigar. I don't know about heart. Oh, there she go. K. Cigar. Yep. Go
Hey,
ahead. Go ahead and flirt.
Yeah, my brother ain't the most technologically advanced Negro on the west side of Chicago. So as much as I'm looking at it and I can see what it is, we needed to tell him what it was so he could make it do what it do.
That's hilarious. But she got it. Okay, we're bringing people together here in this live stream. Okay, so yeah, she's laughing. Yeah, that's gonna be funny. Now she's really good people, so I love her to death. I love everyone who's tuning in right now. One of the things I also wanted to ask you, because first of all, this is a motivational relief for creatives. What would you advise people that do not have that mindset that you have and are now sitting like, oh my gosh, I can't do shows, I can't put things out, or I can't go to the studio? What advice do you have for people that look to you like, how is he dealing with this?
Oh man.
Other than Kobe time.
You're right. I am not religious, but I understand pattern. I'm also not blind. Like, I listen to good advice wherever it's at. So it could come from the Bible, it could come from the art of war, it could come from Hinduism, Buddhism, Zen, whatever. If there's a higher power that exists that's in play, like your heart beating, my heart beating, everybody is connected on this level by a heartbeat. There's other levels up, high and lower, but just the common denominator, heartbeat. That means there's a producer, because once the drum stop, once the beat stop, life on this plane in that form is over with. So, yeah. I don't grow my hair, I don't digest my food, I don't beat my heart, I don't breathe my life. These are programs that's running in our bodies, absent of our conscious decision making. So that means that there's a higher power, there's a higher form at play. So just little shit like that, it's not really little, but just right. Those type of things, to a conscious, aware person, you use those to understand that there's more at play. We connected to more. And it has always allowed me to stay calm, or at least, find a rock during the tidal wave, a rock in the storm. It's always going to be bad weather, but if your foundation is built on a sturdy, solid platform,
yes,
you ain't going to be taken away by the wind. You ain't going to be washed away by the waves. So that's why you build your house on solid rock, not a sand foundation.
Yes, very true.
So I'm real, spiritually based, whatever, scientific, metaphysical. It's a bunch of shit that I've just studied and had the privilege of, just like, it was around me. It's what I gravitated towards, I feel like, subconsciously. So I put it on some universal past life, whatever type demonstration. But it's bigger than me. It's beyond me. It's more than me. And I know that. So ultimately, like, nigga, like when shit happens, and it's either God did everything or the devil did it. And it's like,
right.
Like, no matter what, if God is God, then the devil worked for God. So you can't really give the devil the credit without giving God the credit. So that means if God did it, that means there was a reason.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like looking pain is associated with gain.
Yes.
If I
Yes.
want to be strong, if I want to get my arms big, I got to do a bunch of push-ups, and it's gonna
It's
be
gonna
muscle
hurt.
tearing and ripping.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pain to get my
Yeah.
arms as big as I would like them. I cannot get my arms big per se without that associated pain and discomfort that comes with it.
Yeah.
Life is to me, I look at life as like a obstacle course. It's like an exercise, and everybody has their own exercise and obstacles that they got to go through in order to graduate to the next level.
Yes.
It's like if this was a school and I'm an 8th grader, I can't be upset that a 3rd grader's going through 3rd grade shit because
Right.
he's a 3rd grader. He
Right.
got to go through 3rd grade so he can get to the 4th grade. I just look at life. It's the only way to simplify it, to make sense
Yeah.
of it. Based on, I've studied some shit too. I would be a theologian if life were
Theologian.
different. But I'll say life is like, it's just a gym. It's a training course. It's like the Danger Room and the X-Men, and everybody got to go through their specific obstacle to strengthen their specific power. Like Wolverine ain't gonna do the same shit that Cyclops gonna do. They got
Right.
different
Right.
shit that they need to train for. Cyclops got eye shit.
I
Wolverine
love that
got
analogy.
claw
Yeah.
shit. So life is gonna be like that, to where it's just different lanes for everybody, different vibrations. We all on different planes in this one plane, and I do believe it's like a consciousness, a collective consciousness that we all are attached to, the source that we all are derived from, that we pull from.
Yeah.
So we all connected. Each one teach one. It takes a village, all that good stuff. But at the same time, if I do your push-ups for you, you're not gonna
I'm not
get
gonna win
strong. Or,
anything. I'm not
yeah,
gonna gain anything.
you're not gonna
Yeah.
develop the strength that you need to develop
That's
for us
like
to be successful, or for you to really get to where you need to be at the end of the day.
that's the same thing as the whole give a man a fish and he eats for a day, teach a man how to fish and he has food for a lifetime. Um,
Yes.
there's so much truth into what you say. One of the things that comes to mind is that you using the levels in 3rd grade, 4th grade, whatever, is that in this life having to go through your pain to gain, it's not, we're not all on the same level at the same time. There's no age where you should be on a certain level, and that's what people fail to understand. Oh, when I'm 20 I have to be here in life, when I'm 30 I have to be here in life. And unfortunately that's not how life works. So like you said, everybody has to go through different things to get to certain potential that they're instilled with, but you have to tap into that yourself. Nobody can do
Right.
that for you. Consciousness
Um,
is something that I think this time that we're living in right now, these historical times, this is something that people are going to look back at generations later. This is a time where you should tap into that stuff for yourself and
it.
figure it out and do the work.
I mean, the best part is I got it. I don't like to make excuses, but I like for there to be a reason for
Reason, yeah.
everything. And when in doubt, I just make the reason up, because I can't be walking around without a reason. I don't know if it's because of my daddy or if I'm a Virgo, but it needs to be some type of reason. So we all a body. We're all a body. Like you be a brain, I'll be an eye, somebody be a heart, somebody be a shoulder,
Yeah, I'm not
somebody
the
be a
eye, I'm
liver.
blind.
I'm not. I know. I seen your contact, nigga. I
Yeah.
know. But collectively, we all are part of a body. We all have a different role to play. Some
Yes.
parts of the body are expendable per se. Like I could live without an earlobe. You could
Right.
do without an appendix. But something minor like a pinky toe, you think you don't need, that'll fuck up your
It's going to
walk
keep you
forever.
off balance. Yeah.
Right. And that is the purpose of life, is balance. And
Yeah.
the discomforts or comforts in life come based on the balance. When shit is imbalanced, when you're not in harmony with the vibration of the frequency, then you see it. When somebody is in harmonious vibration with the frequency, you can see it. And when you look at it from that scientific perspective, it makes life more acceptable. It's like I can't be mad
It
if
does.
something is out of balance because it's out of balance. It just needs balance. Until it gets balanced, it's just gonna be like that.
Right.
But there's no reason to yell at it. I can't yell at the grass to make it grow any faster than it's growing.
This is true. You can water it and hope it grows faster, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Some of the
Yeah, just
things that
give
you're
it.
saying remind me of a friend of mine who once told me, and this is a significant um, thing that somebody ever said to me that I carry with me for the rest of my life and I apply to my life. He said to me, I was upset, and he said to me, Pay, it's not always about you. I was mad at him. He did something, we didn't do something that I was upset about, and I was yelling at him, and he said to me, Pay, this has nothing to do with you. And that put me so in my place where I was like, oh shit, because he gave me a reason why he didn't call or whatever he was supposed to do, he didn't do. That had absolutely nothing to do with me. So ever since that time that he said that, I apply that to everything. Whenever something happens that I'm not happy with, oh, it has nothing to do with me. And it makes it so much easier to stop taking things personal, unless it's actually personal. But if there's no reason for it to be about me, then I'm not going to make it about me. And it helped me so much to navigate through life without holding on to frustration or anger or whatever it is, and to see everything from another person's side. So, oh, that person is yelling at me, but you know what? I'm going to pray for that person because it ain't about me. That's them reflecting on me. And even if it's personal, I'm not going to take it personal. It's helped me, kind of like how you look for a reason. I'm just going to say it's not about me.
You got brothers and sisters and shit, right?
I do.
Them help. Like brothers and sisters and shit help. I mean, every little thing, it's like, yo, every person is a test tube.
Yeah.
And every experience is a different drop that goes into creating the person that we are and who we become and how we express ourselves. So I had a brother, I had parents who didn't, limit. I didn't have no limits, but then at the same time, I was also skinny. I had nappy hair in a neighborhood full of white people. My glasses were real big.
We are so alike.
Oh, you so you speak.
I say
but
I grew up the same way.
Right.
Skinny, glasses, nappy hair, and white neighborhood.
So, in my mind, even taking the name 4Eyes, I always put myself at a underdog position or a position where, I'm coming into the game knowing, I'm the odd dude, like in Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club have 5 students in it, and your job was to identify with one of those 5 students.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, it's like I'm a little him and little him, and it's like, you know what? My mama said I can do whatever I want to. I'm gonna be all of them. I'm not just gonna be one. I'm gonna be some Anthony Michael Hall. I'm gonna be some of goddamn Ali Sheedy. I'm gonna be some of goddamn Kirstie Alley. Goddamn
Molly.
And some Molly Ringwald, some of Judd Nelson, and Emilio Estevez. Some of just everybody. But it's rolling it all up, adopting it, and knowing it. It's not about you.
Right.
And being able to take yourself out of the equation before someone takes you out of the equation.
And it makes you stronger and be in the position that you want to be in. That has nothing to do with anybody else. If somebody wants to look at me weird, that's not on me. It's not my place to make them feel comfortable with who I am. It's not my job. And that is what we are taught as kids in society, to do that. But if you refuse to do that, it makes you happier. And all the adversities and whatever we've been through made us who we are. And honestly, you being the underdog or taking that position has made you who you are now. And you don't want to be like everybody else. If you were now like every other rapper, we would not be talking right now. Well, maybe because we're friends, but I may not have known you if you were.
Exactly. Very true.
Oh, that's a good
Your words,
question.
your words are far too kind. What up?
What's your most difficult track on the album creatively to articulate? Somebody asked that.
That's
Rydell.
my Virgo guy. Yeah, young Virgo. There's a lot of Virgos in the building. Um, I would almost. It's gonna be either how'd that work out, but I mean it's just me telling the story,
Right.
but it's still, it's the Clef Notes version. I just mushed as much as I could into the 4 minutes. So, certain
That's
shit got
funny.
cut out. But, or really, the shit on these niggas, that
Oh, I love
song,
that
just
one.
how it took, it's like I had so much expectation for the song that I kept fucking it up. It was like putting too much pressure on myself to make that record because I knew I had the Chris feature, but then I didn't know what I wanted the hook to be, if it needed a hook, this, that. But at the end of the day, I end up settling with it being just a posse cut because that was one, that's what everybody know me for with Chris, but two,
Right.
in my purest essence of hip hop, if it was one type of music that I was gonna make, where if I just had to name one group, I make Wu-Tang music.
Oh, wow.
It's real soulful, but nigga, the RZA, top to bottom, 30 Return to the 36 Chambers, and the 36 Chambers, Purple Tape, Cuban Links. I mean, then it's some drop off areas, but ultimately the brand that Wu-Tang is the brand that I was inspired by the most.
Right.
Like I
So
love
Ultra Beast is
Tribe,
gonna be.
love
Yeah.
Gangstar, love Tribe, but collectively Wu-Tang for what they represent as a
Yeah.
group, the
I
strength
can
in
see that.
numbers, the unity, it's how I was raised, so it's what I know to recreate the best. It's what I know to
Right.
emulate. And all I am is a representation of all the greatness I've seen. You goddamn your Michael Jacksons, your Princes, your Run DMCs, your Rakims, your
Right.
BDPs, your Richard Pryors, your Eddie Murphys. Yeah, it didn't matter what it was. I've seen the best growing up in my era. So to not be able to express myself in that same great manner, to not put the time and energy into being great when I know what the fuck great is,
Right.
that would be on me. That would
Yeah.
be my fault.
You would regret that if you didn't do that, if you didn't push yourself.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So who would you still want to work with? Who's all on your bucket list to do music with? Could be producer or rapper or singer or porn star, whoever.
Um, I mean, virtually, technically, physically, spiritually, hypothetically, realistically, I'll rap with anybody. Um,
There's nobody on top of
but
your list that before I die, I
I
want to have
mean,
worked with that person.
it fails me at the moment. I mean, I always have my favorites. I'll come on, man. KRS One, Method Man, Cool G Rap, Redman, Rakim. I could just name all the greats. Even
But that's easy
just
to make that happen, though.
nah. I mean, yeah. But what I like to do is name people who folks don't expect. Like I want to do
Right.
a song with Sky Zoo. You know what I'm saying? I want to
Do
do
it.
shit with. And I know, nigga, I'm telling you what up, motherfucker. You asked me. Skyzoo, Fonte, already got a song with Big Pooh. Um, but Homeboy Sandman.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Damn, that's
it's a
all the
bunch.
homies. I need to see
Yeah,
that
it's a bunch of
album.
cats. I just haven't had the chance to do stuff with
Yeah.
them yet.
Well,
So
that's gonna be a good one. Yeah.
yeah, that's them along the lines. I liked Froggy Fresh. I had the privilege of meeting that guy. I like weird people. I like
Right.
I like I like weird people too. Like I said, the
The
underdog.
underdog. I was about to say, yeah.
Put me on the track with the dude who y'all don't, who is dope, but he just ain't getting the right light. somebody was like
Right.
me, to where I know they dope, but they just not getting the right light for some reason. So let's
Right.
get them the right light.
I'm about to get you some underdogs from over here.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's easier to expand your
Yeah, Tech Nine, exactly. It's a gang. It's a gang of folks. I rap with anybody who rap good. I rap with niggas that rap bad. Nigga, I get on the track with what's that nigga name? What is that
IZE.
nigga? No, the nigga without. I mean, I would, but it's not. No, like what the Riff Raff. I would jump on some shit
Oh
with Riff Raff
no.
and make the most retardedest goddamn record that it is to
And it
make.
would probably be good too.
Yeah, like Lil Dicky, like that's mandatory.
Oh
Like
gosh, if you do Lil
it's
Dicky, I'm like so down for that. He's dope though. Dicky's
yeah,
dope.
it's people that I'm gonna be looking for in
Oh my gosh,
particular.
yeah. I would make it my life's mission to see you on a track with Lil Dicky now. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
I like him.
like
He's so, you know what? He is kind of you. The way he does his shit,
no,
weird as shit, but all like,
he
it's thought out. It's well thought out.
he's intelligent, geeky, weird,
Yes.
awkward, uh,
Yes.
you know, cultural references, all that good shit. Like I know I got the straight up hip hop side, and then I got like a weird, like it's like Public Enemy, nigga. I have Chuck D records and I have Flavor Flav records,
Right.
nigga. It's I am four
I
eyes,
just
two
love
eyes intake,
how you
two
do
eyes
that.
intelligent, two eyes ignorant.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, I can talk to you like forever and all day.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. But
Yeah, I'm looking at the time like, man, we can sit here. I have so much that I can tell you, that I want to
well
know.
shit. Hey nigga, let's just plan to do this again, like next Friday or something.
Okay, let's do it.
Until
Let's do it next
until
Friday. It's good because I got
until
more
I
to talk
start
about.
until I
Yeah.
start dating somebody else, or something. Yeah, you gonna be my Friday boo thing. You be my Friday
Aw, thank
afternoon,
you.
my
I ain't
Friday
got no
afternoon
Friday
boo
boo,
thing.
so yeah, I'm down. We can do that. You can be my backup.
Hey, let's
Um,
consistency is the key, and I know
yes.
you got other folks that you dig, but
Nah,
we
you're
can
like,
always
I mean, no offense to everybody else, but this was just one thing that I've always wanted to do. You already know. Like I told you,
yeah.
once you drop an album, I gotta be in on everything. And oh my God, now your brother even asking for you to bust a verse.
I
But
mean,
what I was
yeah.
gonna say is, see, now Claudel done got me all like number two. He got me all distracted. No, I was gonna say, if you need help with any of those people that you still want to work with, I got the ends. Well, not with
Yeah.
everyone, but I definitely want to make that happen. So if I got to endorse you somewhere, then I will.
These niggas want me to rhyme. I'm trying to
I
tell them
know.
if I do it.
Well, do something about me, about this conversation.
Look, nigga, it's
Hey, you don't have to do it
it,
for me. I already know what you can do.
it's it's gonna be organic. Four eyes never forced the flow, cause they ain't never seen a nigga on a horse before. If life's a bitch, you better not divorce it. No, I'm smoking 5-0 with a 5-hole from Portugal. Get in that deep throat turtleneck. Get it where I'm working at. Hurting niggas' feelings, bringing pain on a Percocet. I'm flyer than an 8-town thrasher. Go for broke, break dance till they get a compound fracture. Walk it off, son. Run it Prefontaine. It's all Jesus. Shuttlesworth, he got game when see these other rappers can't spit. They ain't shit. My flow, original Karate Kid, crane kick. One of these whack MCs in the mouth. I put it out. You ain't about that life, so what is your life about, bitch? Well, not you. It was just in
I know.
reverse. I didn't want to offend you that. That
I'll
was not
take it.
directed at you in any way, shape, or form. Pay fresh.
I know. And if you did, then I'd still be honored that I was in the verse.
You so stupid. No,
um,
we glorifying women for the 2020 and 2030. We got a 10-year campaign where we glorifying women. So
well, I
yeah.
will never take anything negative from you because I already know you. Damn, I just lost my train of thoughts again. I was going to say something again. I was all up in the flow. Well,
It happens to the best of us.
yeah. Well,
You're
anyway,
forgiven.
this was
It'll come
great.
to you.
I don't know if Karen was still here for that, but I'm about to check her and be like, you missed the freestyle if you didn't stay in there. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We're gonna be back next Friday because
Yeah, let's do it.
we got to do this thing, and Yeah. Thanks. This was great, Gems. And I need you to, well, I don't need you to do anything. You don't have to do anything if you want to, but I would love to see you write a motivational book, whether it's poems or rhymes, or because everything you said in this conversation is worth to put out to the masses other than you putting it out in rap form. And I think that could be really, as a motivational speaker, I think you could really touch some people that need that shit.
Okay, so cool. Because that's what I always wanted to do, and I don't know who else I was going to do it with. We're going to make this the motivational power, whatever hour, half an hour, whatever this was. So every Friday,
the motivational hour from Four Eyes.
It's going to be the hip hop. Yeah, that's going to be the premise. We can talk about other shit, but the goal is to uplift and motivate, and then we can give people a place to come and hear some good shit. Like, yeah, let's start this hip hop church online, Pay.
Yes, we'll do it. And I now remember what I was going to say, which is completely different than what we just wanted to close out on. But there were people interested in the topic of pussy eating.
Oh.
If you have
and that's
one
so hilarious.
Give me one thing. We don't have to talk about it. Give me one thing about pussy eating.
Okay. In accordance with the fine art of pussy eating, what you have to do is you have to remember that as a man, you don't have a vagina. So you have to be considerate of the female vaginal orifice. Like, you have to treat it as if it was like, you know, like the most precious thing in the United States of the world, Craig, the world. And you gotta like you have to make love to it. I don't know if a lot of people know how to make love, but love always starts off slow. And it could build up, but you know, there's a slow gathering to the proper art of eating monkey, chewing a monkey head. I recommend use the bottom of your tongue. Put the bottom of your tongue on it, and they go crazy. That is Four Eyes trick number 101. Okay. Put the bottom of your tongue on it, and just run it.
Already. I asked for one thing. You just
all right. My
now.
bad. My bad.
Where can people find the album?
Four Eyes' new album, Look Into My Eyes, is available on ultrabeastunited.com, or check out any and all major streaming sites where you get all your music from. Yeah, the alphabet. Do the alphabet too. I thought that was a given. I was trying to give them some new shit. But the Four Eyes album, you can get it available on all streaming platforms and stuff where all your regular shit at, or check us out at the website. You support the artist directly when you get it from our website. But, you know, I understand everybody different. Get your Spotify, your iTunes, your Apple Music, whatever. I am not tripping. Just check out the album.
Yes.
Log back in. Let me know. Leave me some comments. Let me know if you like it. And it's, yeah, y'all going to join.
Eric 9 did the logo, right?
Shout out to Eric 9. Shout out to Senior Chaos. Shout out to the entire Ultra Beast staff. Mr. MWO, number 2. My mama is a whole list of people I am not thinking about. But just check out the album. That is the most important. Shout out to Mud Knock Studios for letting me be up in here doing this thing. God is good. That's always going to be the message.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for this. And we'll be back next week, people. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wash your ass, do everything you can to stay inside and not spread the virus, so we can all play outside and see Four Eyes live with Ultra Beast.
And put the bottom of your tongue on it. The bottom of the underside.
I'm in quarantine, so I wasn't going to make this a whole talk because now I got to go in. Never mind. So, yeah. Thanks, Four Eyes.
You are welcome, Pay.
And I'll talk to you soon.
Love you too.
All right. Bye.
Peace.